for the song and dance. It is time for the madness. And make sure that the madness is set. Alright, so let's see, we got 780, 90, 80, 83. Okay, 83 will do. And away I go. Controller in hand. Away go. Alright, so the mess we are going to mess with today. Episode 3, The Runaway Room. Let's do this. Episode 3, The Adventure of The Runaway Room.
記憶を呼び返すと、あれは19世紀の終わり、厳しい冬のことだった。事件は霧深い深夜のロンドンの街路をひた走る乗り合い馬車の中で起こった。馬車には被害者と容疑者の両名のみ。複数の人間がその事件を目撃した。一体誰が想像しただろうか、この単純極まりない事件があのような恐ろしい結末を迎えることになろうとは。我が友シャーロック・ホームズはあの事件を振り返ってこう言った。思えばあの事件こそは序曲だったのかもしれないね。忘れがたきあの日本人留学生と演じた長い競争曲の始まりだ。
Oh no. We're not gonna meet with Sherlock, are we?
すごい。これって本当に駅なのでしょうか。
駅にせよ違うにせよ、これほどの建造物は見たことがございませんね。
蒸気機関車があんなにたくさん。何なんだこの国は。
なんだか夢みたいです。
これが大英帝国のデータ。
どうあんたたち。
はい。
乗りなよ。どこへだって連れて行ってやるぜ。
それでは官庁街の高等法院へお願いします。
いいとも。あんたたち最近流行りの留学生ってやつかい。そうかい。それなら楽しんでいってくれよな。 ようこそ世界の中心大英帝国の帝都ロンドンへ。
Sure. Hi, Mo. February 18th, 9:21 a.m. High Court of Justice, Chief Justice Office. What an impressively huge room. How do I put this? The ambiance here is incredibly overwhelming. It's almost suffocating. Almost feels like a stronghold. It has been decades since Japan opened its doors to the world. As of late, stone buildings are becoming commonplace in our country as well, but the awe of seeing the real thing up close is completely different, isn't it? Everything here feels alien compared to the houses made of wood and paper in Japan. You're right about everything feeling alien, but I'm pretty sure there's more to it than just the difference of our country's architecture. So what is this place? We are at the British Empire's High Court of Justice. This is the Lord Chief Justice's office. Lord Chief Justice. Ah, yes. Had all gone according to plan. Our country's exchange students would have come here to report their arrival today. Asogi's gone now. Yes. Yes. As such, all we can do now is play the role of emissaries. 2 emissaries sent to report Kazuma's death, and nothing more. Emissaries. Once these emissaries pass on their measures, they must promptly return home. Return home. Just like that. In other words, in order for us to remain in this country, I would have to become the substitute law exchange student, correct? Yes, the exchange student must have the qualification to be an attorney as well. An attorney, right. The pressure in the British Empire, it appears that attorneys are appointed by the Lord Chief Justice himself. Here and now, you must be appointed as such. Here and now, my back is really itchy. That is the only chance we have to stay in the Great British Empire. Can I relate to this? Ah, my friends. I have kept you waiting. Oh. Your journey across the broad ocean from the Empire of Japan must have been quite arduous. My apologies. It seems I am 1 hour, 12 minutes, and 47 seconds late to our agreed time. No, there's nothing to apologize about. We both love standing here vacantly, just like statues. That is good to hear. I am the Lord Chief Justice of the British Empire. Hot Vortex. Wow. Why is he giving off as incredible? No, hold on. This is where you stand firm. It is an honor to meet you, Lord Chief Justice Vortex, my lord. I hail from the Empire of Japan. My name is Yunosuke Naruhodo. Master Naruhodo. Welcome to London, capital of England. My country cordially welcomes your arrival. Thank you very much! So we need to get to know our people. So, what is your impression of our capital, London? Huh? Well, the kids got like some episode and everything. I can't remember even a single thing. I must say, sir, it's been truly wonderful. Oh. I have seen the city of London whilst riding on coach from the railway station. Everything has been so overwhelming, so impressive. Words can't describe my awe. That is good to hear. The railways, water, gas, and communication complex stretching across the city. They're all state-of-the-art technology. No visitor has ever failed to notice their beauty. Yes, indeed. I noticed it all. Of course you have. Wow, you really saved me, Susato. I'm glad you're here. Plus, the people of the city are so bright and happy. Is that why infectious? Agreed. London's been booming as of late, as we're currently preparing for the coming World Fair. World's Fair? Oh, you mean like the Exposition Universal? The Exposition Universal. Quite. The fruits of all the world's cultures and artistry are to be gathered and exhibited here. But you can expect it to eclipse that Parisian trifle. It shall be the greatest World's Fair of all. A World's Fair? This is grander than I could imagine. I'm just in awe. That emotion is perfectly apt to describe all of our great nation's capital, London. He's definitely confident about this. From the oriental land of the rising sun to the great empire on which the sun never sets. Count 108 years after the... It's nothing short of fate that you would journey here. Lord Chief Justice Vortex? Regarding the law exchange student? As I recall, Kazuma Asogi was his name. Oh yes, sir. Our government has already learned about that incident via telegram. He lost his life on board a steamship en route to the Great British Empire, I am told. I should have guessed that he already knows about it. My country expresses our deepest condolences to you. Oh, thank you very much. But surely you didn't travel all this way just to inform me of his death? We did. We come today as emissaries from the Empire of Japan to report his death. I've heard that your country heavily values politeness. I see that to be true. However, I truly regret to say, since the attorney is dead, we've no other choice than to halt this student exchange. Please, wait! What is it that you need, young lady? There's something that Ryunosuke Naruhodo here would like to say regarding this matter. Master Naruhodo. Here comes the moment of truth. The exchange program. My lord, would it be possible to find some way to continue the exchange process? Of course, our country desires the very same. However, as long as yours country, however, as long as your country's attorney is absent, nothing can be done about it. Then, what if our country could provide another attorney? What a strange thing to say. Per plans, your country should only have sent us a single attorney. An attorney by the name of Kazuma Asogi. That is all that I've heard. About that, I can't allow myself to make any outrageous remarks in front of the Lord Chief Justice. Naruto? I can mess everything up if I don't choose my words carefully. What do I do? Our country has another attorney ready. And that attorney is... me! I will be the attorney! To be honest, I'm not yet qualified for the job. Not qualified. And yet, you still call yourself an attorney. But, I have stood in court as an attorney before. It was just once, though. And Sogi was helping me. I was the defendant, too. I studied as much as I could before our arrival in the Great British Empire. On the SS Eclair, I studied this country's law and its trials. Which is about 50 days. It's some light study. Call it. If you want to qualify as an attorney in Britain, you would need not only a law degree, but also multiple years of practice in an inn, of course. I know it's far too short of a time to learn anything. But I can't turn tail and run home now. Not like this. Asogi's journey had only just begun. I came to the British Empire to carry on his will. I know I seem like I'm getting in over my head saying this, but I'll take on any evaluation necessary if it means being recognized as an attorney. Please, I just need one chance. I beg you! 1 second. What? That was how long you appealed to me, Master Naruto. Not too short, not too long. It was a perfectly moderate appeal. An attorney needs that kind of intuition. Thank you. I'll assess your worth with an evaluation. After all, I always enjoy this show. Let's make one thing clear, Master Naruto. Sir! You want to carry on Asogi's will. Is that the absolute truth? Yes, that's what I promised to do. I see. I can't help but wonder. Why did his expression change like that? Very well. As you wish, I will give you one chance. One evaluation, which decides if you become a specially appointed attorney. Accept or refuse. Really, sir? So what would this evaluation consist of? I ask of you, Master Naruto, what is an attorney's job? That would be to stand in court and plead your client's case, of course. Exactly. Therefore, why don't we have you do just that? What? This is perfect timing. Conveniently. There's a trial set to start today. But no one has stepped up to accept the defense, so we've been at a loss. It's going to start today? If you obtain a full acquittal in this trial, you pass. You couldn't find a more simple evaluation, could you? That's true, but could you perhaps divulge some details about this trial? As I recall, it was right. A murder case. Murder? Calm now. It's a simple case. There's no way to. He says it so nonchalantly. However, you should be aware that in the worst case scenario, if your defendant happens to be found guilty, he won't be able to avoid his condemnation. Condemnation? You mean a death penalty? You mean a death penalty? In our great British Empire, murder is punishable by hanging. I do expect the books you read on your voyage revealed at least this much. Who would approve of such a dangerous evaluation? That's nothing more than playing games with the defendant's life. What's different than the other games I've been playing? I, the Lord Chief Justice, approved it myself. Would you still call it a game knowing that? What? That's insane! There's no need to overthink it. All you have to do is avoid defeat. My defense will determine the fate of the defendant. If I fail him, it's death by hanging. Master Naruhodo, you call yourself an attorney. Thus, you must show your resolve, along with your intent to succeed, your dearest friends will. I hope you can show me the strength of your resolve. What now? You don't have anything to say? I'm sorry to say this, but there isn't much time until the trial begins. If you're going to do it, you'll have to commit to it now. What will you do? What am I supposed to say to such a bizarre proposal? Accept? Then I will politely... It's no good. I just can't get the words out! 15 seconds. There's an issue with how long you took to make your decision. That is yet another important qualification. Yes, this is just as I thought. Huh? Ultimately, this is what your guided resolve amounts to. I withdraw my offer of an evaluation. Thank you for your report. I shall arrange a boarding ticket for tomorrow. You do well to return to the forest. I understand. I am grateful for you. I am grateful for the opportunity you gave me, Lord Chief Justice. Naruhodo. I'm so sorry, Susato. There's no need to apologize. I understand your decision, of course. You do? In these circumstances, your decision of whether you will stand as an attorney or not. For you, Naruhodo, this question has nothing to do with the matter of resolve. What do you mean by that? It's definitely true that I want to be an attorney, no matter what it costs me, but even then, that's no excuse for me to talk about resolve and act as if it justifies risking a defendant's life. That's my opinion on the matter. To the client, their trial means a lot more than some evaluation. I believe that an attorney fights for the client's sake each time they stand in court. But from the client's point of view, their trial is a single crucial battle that will decide their fate. I don't think I'm qualified to handle that battle. Thank you for your time, Lord Chief Justice Vortex. Please, excuse us. Wait, Master Naruhodo. Yes? What is it? Traveling from here to the Old Bailey typically takes about 20 minutes by coach. If you leave immediately, you should make it there in time. But, just so you're aware, what I told you earlier was no joke. There truly is a single soul who is willing to stand as the accused defense. What? Should this keep up, the court will proceed in the absence of an attorney. And if that happens, there can be no doubt whatsoever that there is nothing at the end of that tunnel but the worst possible conclusion. That's absurd! And yet its verity is undeniable. How could such a situation be allowed to happen? I suggest that you do not assume that all of your inquiries will be provided with a reply. In any case, the only individual with the potential to change the defendant's fate at this point is none other than you. I can say that with utmost certainty. But that's... Now then, may I ask you a question, young miss? Yes, what is it? Under these new circumstances, should one decide to stand as an attorney or as the client? Personally speaking, I believe that choice would indeed be a matter of the individual's resolve. We will have to end our talk here. It's about time for my conference. I must depart in 2 minutes and 16 seconds. And with that, please enjoy yourselves in London to your heart's content. He left? The Old Bailey, huh? If we are to go, we ought to depart at once. Well, let's move. To the Old Bailey. "9:45 a.m. Old Bailey Defendant Lobby. There's still 15 minutes left until the trial. We managed to make it in time. I had no idea coaches could run so fast. I thought I was going to bite my tongue off. That reminds me of a line from the stories of Sherlock Holmes. Good coachman, an extra guinea for you if you get us there in 5 minutes. Our coachman may have been offered a similar incentive considering how fast we were going. Having to pay in exchange for a near-death experience doesn't really feel like a fair... Having to pay in exchange for a near-death experience doesn't really feel like a fair trade. However, we did arrive before the beginning of the trial, yes? Yeah, you're right. I must say, though, this is quite strange. We should have been able to meet with the defendant once we arrived. I've spoken with the bailiffs, but the defendant's nowhere to be found. The Old Bailiff's defendant moment. Something the matter, Naruto? atmosphere is so tense. It's no different from our own country's Supreme Court. This feeling is the crushing anxiety of someone who's about to be judged. I can recognize it since I'm just experiencing myself not too long ago. I'm sure it is a feeling of deep helplessness. Oh my, you two over there! You came all the way here. I can tell you two must have had your own fair share of troubles. Huh? Those impassive, almost blank faces bring to the mind the people of the Orient. The two of us came from Japan. Oh, yes, I understand. Wait, say no more then. So, how much will it be? Well, we're just... Oh, no, I understand fully. I can sympathize with your situation. All the despair of being in a foreign land with nowhere to eat, sleep, and penniless too. Right, it's true we haven't really decided on a place to stay. That is alright! Anyway, 1,000 guineas. Don't say when, my friend. Take 'em. Okay, what? 1,000 guineas? Well, what's the matter, Susanoo? You were really loud just now. 1,000 guineas would be... That's enough to erect a mansion in the wealthiest neighborhoods of Tokyo! Nandato! This is nothing. Despite appearances, I am prepared for unexpected troubles. I have enough assets in reserve to buy London 2, or perhaps even 3 times over. What kind of unexpected troubles are you imagining? Anyway, we simply can't accept that much money. Whoa! You just hit me in the face with a coin. Of course I'm not just handing this money over to you for free. I've just one simple request. Huh? Oh no, honestly, it's really quite basic for me to say this, but you see, my trial's about to begin. Therefore, I have a proposal. I will request that you stand by my side in court as my attorney, yes? Huh? But we... Oh, no, it'll be fine. All I need is for you to just stand there. After all, at this rate, my trial will proceed without the need of an attorney. What the Lord Chief Justice said was true after all. Excuse me, do pardon me, but could you possibly be the defendant of this trial? Oh, my, could it be? You do not know of me, the great celebrity of London. Right, you see, we only just arrived in London this morning. Well, now I'll see. I suppose that does make sense. Over the Art Park, there's second public park, which I'm not fond of. A park, sir? Yes! Magundal Park! In spring, lovely flowers bloom, and the birds sing. It was born from my humble donations, you see. What, you mean you funded the park? A capital where smiles never cease. That is my dream. I, Cosney Magundal, will never fail to fight for that ideology. That's amazing, honestly. You're incredibly admirable. My friends call me Murndle. And despite all my general state, to call me, Cosney qualities are but a shadow of their former glory. Don't you agree? Thank you. He's hyperventilating now. At any rate, Naruhodo, shall we introduce ourselves while the defendant is busy hyperventilating? Let's do that. Mr. Magundle, sir, the truth is, we traveled to this great British Empire to London so that we could study the law. As law exchange students. And if you have no attorney, if you'd like, maybe we could be of assistance to. Well, yes! What haven't we been discussing this very favor? Stand by my side and you shall receive 1,000 guineas! He says that, but something feels strangely off about those. Mr. Myrndle? Oh yes, I understand. Right? Perhaps this is what you're thinking of now. This fishy Briton won't stop talking about all this money. If he has so much money, why doesn't he have a competent defense lawyer? Naturally, this is Britain is without a doubt guilty. Isn't that right? Huh? Well, you see, no way. No, not at all. It's just, in all honesty, the question of why you have no lawyer is really weighing on my mind. It is because of the bringer of death, the Grim Reaper of the Old Bailey. What? The Grim Reaper? Seriously? That is the name the press has given to Lord Balk von Zeeks, and he is this trial's prosecutor. Does the prosecutor really kill people? For those he prosecutes, they say the Reaper has come to collect his due. And so, to this day, in the court of the Deathbringer, the number of defendants who have lived is 0. Not a single one. What are you saying? Then certainly no law remain who would be willing to stand up against the Grim Reaper himself. It would be appropriate to call him a legend of the Old Bailey, I wager. Lord Zeeks. He must be a truly outstanding prosecutor. No, that's not quite right. Perhaps it would be more accurate to say he is cursed instead. Cursed? What exactly does that mean? Defendant and his attorney as well. It is time for the trial to begin. Make your way to the Crown Court at once. Attorney? Ooh, the time fully approaches. Well, now I will be counting on you. Yeah, but I don't even know about the case. On top of that, Mr. Muggle, Mr. Magundle, we haven't even finished talking. Please call me Myrndle. Until the moment to wrong, I have been prepared for the worst. Okay? Without an attorney, I knew I would have to defend myself all alone. Standing as your own attorney. But then you appear before me. What's more, you are a scholar of law. This cannot be a coincidence. One might even call it fate. I beg of you, please do not abandon me. God damn. So we're defending Willy Wonka. We're defending a British version of Willy Wonka. Even now, I don't know a single thing about the case or the defendant. But I do know one thing. Right now, I can't turn my back and leave this man behind. Naruhodo. He would stand and be judged in court without a weapon to fend for himself. He would stand and be judged in court without a weapon to fend for himself. I'm sure Asogi would be the first to jump to his aid. Attorney, what are you doing? If you don't arrive in the Crown Court in time, you will not be allowed into the courtroom. Understood. We'll be there immediately. This is where it begins. My first trial in the Great British Empire. So, watch just what I can accomplish now. "10 a.m. Old Bailey Crown Court." So this is the Crown Court of the British Empire. Old Bailey itself. Unlike the courts of Japan, I can feel the weight of this court's history. The melancholy about this room says more than words ever could. No matter where you travel, the feeling never differs when a man's fate hangs in the balance. By the way, Naruhodo, might I ask you something? Yes? What is it? Your eyes are darting all about the room again, just like before. Wait. My eyes are not darting. They're awake. They're observant. They're highly observant. I had to have a coffee today. I'm good. There's not much I can really do about that. In the name of Her Majesty the Queen, we declare this court is now in session. The trial of Cosme Megundu will now commence. I ask you, prosecution and defense, have you fully prepared your case? Prosecution is ready. It must be the Grim Reaper of the old people. I can certainly feel like Dark Lord as if he really could reap someone's life. You Japanese attorney, do you have any trouble understanding English? Sorry, I just wasn't focused. Anything else if my argument's ready right now, but I'm not exactly in any situation to say that we're ready. I like that expression of yours, Japanese boy. Trepidation, fear, unease, as you desperately stifle those emotions. You cling to your false illusion of courage to face me. It is an expression of recklessness. Quite fitting for one whose fate is already sealed. Ugh, this so test for them to start to feel dumb. Defendant Cosney Megundo. Yes. You're on trial and suspected of murder. If you are declared guilty, you will be put to death. You will be leaving such an important trial to a Japanese man. Are you absolutely sure? I have always believed that we must give opportunity to the young to see. Even if the young, in this case, are to exchange students from a tiny estimation. I must have the courage to boldly entrust my fate to the weak without faith. And that is precisely why our proud British Empire chivalrous spirit's all about. That's our Mr. Myrtle! This liberty is truly a broad-minded man. I heard that man donated £5,000 to the government recently. Mommy, I work for the Golo Park. Here's our good audience supports Mr. Montgomery. Mr. Myrtle! That does help our case greatly. He has a way with words, doesn't he? But even then, nobody else would stand alongside him as his defense. Very well, defendant, you have an admirable look. And now, are you all prepared as well? Sensible citizens chosen by the capital city. Oh yes, I have been long ready to hand down punishment to evil scoundrels. Allow me to dispose of this rubbish as per my master's orders. Ha! Bad luck for you guys to run into us. It's cold in here. Yes, dear, quite prepared. I'm just knitting these mitts for my grandchild. Hold on. These people must be... The jurors. We don't have this system in Japan. Yes, indeed. In the Great British Empire's court, a verdict is decided by the judge and these 6 jurors. The judge decides based purely on the law. The jurors decide based on their consensus. Judgments passed on the defendant based on these 2 points of view. But how do the jurors render a verdict to begin with? Well, I'm sure that will naturally come to light as we proceed through this trial. Yeah, naturally. Lord Baron 6? Yes, my lord. How many years has it been since you cast aside the courtroom and your prestige with it? Is the title Grim Reaper truly... Is the title Grim Reaper truly being called prestige? But alas, I believe it has been 5 years. And yet you return to stand at the prosecutor's bench once again. Is there something you're anticipating for this trial? I will leave that to your imagination. Crude and Grim Reaper fell cast aside the court for 5 years, returning as a legend. Why? What? Just wanted that. The survival ought to be the day of all days. Naruto, don't hang your head like that. The court welcomes you, Lieutenant. Now, I must request your opening statements regarding this case. Alcoholist. As you all know, this case couldn't be more trivial. As we all know, except for the defense. The incident transpired 3 days ago, at around 10 p.m. The victim is thrice fired mortar, bricklayer by trade. Thrice fired? A skilled man indeed. I've heard that the bricks he fires never broken. The name's your the victim was found dead in an omnibus mid-transit. It is believed that the cause of death is a stubborn from a large knife. Here's the autopsy report from the odds forensics doctors. Very well, court will accept it as evidence. Report from the coroner, victim's death was caused by a knife wound to the gut. Only one entry wound. Cause of death was internal bleeding. The photo, taken inside the omnibus where the crime occurred. Knife is stabbed in the victim's gut. Hat bent, covering his face. There's one more. I wish to present this evidence. Why, this is... blood? These are stained with blood? Exactly. When the police arrived at the scene, the defendant was wearing these very gloves at the time of arrest. What? There was blood on Mr. McGumble's gloves? The court will accept these as crucial pieces of evidence. The gloves. Leather gloves the defendant was wearing when the crime occurred. There's a blood stain on the right hand. Seriously? We're being driven into a corner from the very start again. Let's continue. According to the Coachman's testimony, in the incident occurred, there are only 2 cats in the coach. Only 2? Clearly only one was the deceased big player, Mr. Mortar. And the only other person was the defendant, cause name Mego. That is certainly not a decisive. Do you have anything to say, defendant? Yes, of course. I truly have no memory of having done anything of the sort. Mr. McGundle! Indeed. I did ride that omnibus on the night of the murder. Whenever I ride in a coach, I always end up falling asleep. So you mean to claim that you were sleeping? The swaying of the coach puts me at ease when I open my eyes. The cold body of a stranger lay before me. It's human nature to try and help someone falling before you, don't you think? So I reached out my hands to pay no mind to the blood that was stained my gloves. So that must have been when those gloves were stained. I regret to say it. The thoughts that point to the celebrity's deed do not in there. What? They're still harmless? Then the bricklayer was stabbed by the murder weapon. The moment of his death was seen by multiple witnesses. Order! Order! All in court! When the incident transpired, only the victim and defendant were in the courts. Not only that, but when the crime was committed, multiple witnesses were present. This is no longer just decisive. One would call this evidence lethal. I understand the situation quite well. We should first listen to the witnesses who saw the incident of old. As you wish. Now, bring forth the witnesses. You may begin, witnesses. State your names and occupations. I am everyone calls me Beppo, yes. I work as a coachman, driving an omnibus in the and Oscar Fairbank. I work as a bank clerk in North City. I'm Layfast. I'm a millman. I make hats for me. First, allow me to clarify. At around 10 p.m. 3 days ago, all of you were witnesses to the incident that transpired in the omnibus during transit. Is that correct? Yes. Indeed. Of course. Then we shall move on. I order you to testify. Speak the truth of what you saw during this incident. What we witnessed. It was the death ship of the night. There were few passages. I remember it well. Defendant and victim were both sitting within the court. But then the defendant suddenly stabbed him in the gut with a knife. Yes, he was indeed stabbed in the gut. I ended up screaming in shock. It started with the screams. I stopped the horse. Then I started. You're correct. Fear is not blood. For the incident which unfolded in that omnibus was seen quite clearly by these witnesses. Excuse me, may I say something? What is it? It's about this testimony. To be honest, I'm having difficulty wrapping my head around how anything about it is clear. Whatever do you mean? This incident occurred within a moving omnibus, correct? Yes, I believe that point has been made abundantly clear by now. Then, just exactly how did these two witnesses happen to see the crime unfolding? It's a moving coach. They couldn't possibly have seen what happened inside. I had heard stories claiming the culture of this Oriental island was quite behind the times, but it is rather incredible for you to be this ignorant of the omnibuses running through London. Huh? I have to ask, Japanese boy, have you ever boarded an omnibus? I have not. I mean, after all, we just arrived in London this morning. Very well. You would do well to look upon it with your own eyes, the very scene of this instant. What do you mean, sir? The very scene of the incident. A strong culture is able to move. I suppose you should understand that much at least. Well, yes. For this trial, we have the omnibus move into the old bay. What? The omnibus was brought here? That is. Bring in the omnibus. That's one big ass omnibus. Okay. So this is the omnibus. I can't believe they brought the omnibus in. The British courts really are something else. Yes. With tall benches mounted to the top, this coach can transport 8 passengers at most. Four individuals can be seated in the interior. Similar, there are 4 seats on the roof. If London sightseeing is your desire, then ride upon the roof seats of the omnibus. Any child of London would do this. Incidentally, with the skylight present on the roof, one may choose to peer into the interior of the coach from the skylight. Ooh! So the truth finally becomes clear to you too. At the time of the incident, these 2 witnesses were seated on the room seats of the omnibus. It was from there that they witnessed the incident within the coach. They saw through the skylight of the omnibus. Do you understand? So that's what was going on. Even so, I've never heard of a scene of a crime itself presented as evidence. The vestiges of the crime committed within the omnibus are still clear. Thus, it should be presented as evidence. This is the prosecution's official stance. Yes, well, very well. Given his presidency, we shall accept the scene as evidence. We get the omnibus, the crime scene that seats 8 passengers. There are 4 seats inside and on the roof. They can make 8. I can't believe the murder scene itself has become evidence. Wow! The Great British Empire never fails to impress. By the way, we should take this chance to inspect the omnibus inside and out. As for your attorney, I order you to carry out your cross-examination. As if there's anything to be anticipated from a British cross-examination by a Japanese person. This is my first cross-examination at British courthouse. Yes! Time to muster up all your resolve. Naruhodo, Yunosuke. What we witness. So you witnessed that very instant. As I had said, all of it was aptly explained in my testimony. Or perhaps you are saying you have a bone to pick with my words. With me, a bank clerk? No, that wasn't my intention at all. It's completely foaming at me. Witness, I would like to hear a bit more about what you saw. Oh, my lord! Geoffrey, what is the matter? I've made up my mind now that everyone said their piece. I'm going with my What do you mean, sir? I've always hated the rich folk, you see. I'm sure those crooks are doing shady dealings under the table somehow. Whatever made you think of that, sir? That tiny old man is the culprit, understand? You can't pull the wool, Mars. I don't think there's any point in wanting through this discussion any longer. You did it for me. I was just about to say that. We as yours have the duty to pass down correct judgment unto everyone. What on earth just happened? This appears to be the jury's verdict. Their verdict already? Their verdict already? White means not guilty, black is guilty. As each juror reaches his or her own conclusion, the weight of their verdict is added to the scale, as you've just seen, and is set aflame. So then, if that colossal scale were to completely tip towards black, let's do our absolute best to prevent that from happening. Oh, I'm more nervous than ever. Let's all note that the judge's verdict has changed. Now, I would like for the attorney to resume his cross-examination. Of course, how incredibly funny. You said that you saw the knife. You were looking down from the roof seats, correct? Yes, exactly. I was seated on one of the roof seats. I recall that the man with the small frame and the victim were sitting beside each other. I was thinking of new hat designs as I gazed at the city buildings. And then my eyes just happened to look inside the coach from beyond the skylight. And I saw the gleam of the night inside the victim. What a terrifying sight! Ah! Oh no. It looks like the jurors' deaths have been spurred on. Everyone seems to be remarkably suspicious of the defendant. Everyone seems to be remarkably suspicious of the defendant. We need to find something to refute that suspicion, otherwise... Witness! Yes! The knife you saw. I presume is none other than this. Yes! It is precisely that! Could that be... Seriously! Right, so... That is the same knife that was stabbed into the victim's stomach. So, as you can tell, nice to meet you, Dracula. Glad to see that you have been made into a peer of the court as a prosecutor. It is rather much naive. The sheath of this weapon is engraved with an initial. E. It is an initial I have seen. It's... don't tell me. E. Like in Megun. Suffice to say. Call me Mr. Myrndl! It's Myrndl, damn it!
It's Myrndl.
This self-proclaimed London celebrity would appear to be an utter fool. But this M could belong to countless other individuals. Like, for example, that's right, the victim's name was Mortar. This is far too valuable for a bricklayer important. The most likely scenario is that the knife belongs to the defendants. Yes, that appears to be quite the inescapable reality. Well, we got a knife. Large knife that was stabbed through the victim's chest. Very ornate and beautiful. Looks expensive. Looks like it came straight from Castlevania. My lord, please excuse my rudeness. Joy too. What is the matter? As a servant to the gentleman of the Great British Empire, I'd like to believe he's innocent. However, as a servant, I have a responsibility to accept harsh realities. Wait just a moment, please! We have to dispose of this filth now.
Wow, this is...
Yeah!
Oh, yes, now you are filth.
No! I must apologize, but I love cleanliness after all. I have recorded the... What? I have recorded the entire conversation thus far, and I have given it a logical appraisal. And at this very moment, I have reached my ultimate conclusion.
Susanna Toss.
Sultana Toss! Not again! 4 people have already chosen guilty. Only 2 more than... What in the world should I do? The more I try to fish out from the witnesses, the more the scale slants against my favor. However, as we know nothing about this incident, information is what we need above all else. And all we have to do is watch as that fire burns away our time left until the guilty verdict. The people versus Willy Wonka. Mr. Myrndl, Willy Wonka. A Chancery Tilly will arrive eventually. We must believe in that. But... Alright, at any rate, that's all I can do for now. can't give up here. I just need to calm down and listen to the testimony once more. Pardon, but what exactly did you say? Yes, the passengers was collapsed on the coach's floor. Needless to say, the passenger would be the victim of the bricklayer. And the other passenger took that knife in the hand like they. Needless to say, the passenger would be the defendant. Caused me Miku. Mando! Then with that knife, I saw him stab into the collapsed passenger like this. He did what? Order! Order! It may be hard to imagine a celebrity committing murder, but with so much proof. Celebrity committing a crime makes you a criminal. That is truth known by anyone standing in this house of justice. Yes, this is the truth! When the incident occurred, only the defendant and victim were at the scene. Furthermore, there are 3 witnesses claiming that they saw the defendant commit the crime. It's a bit difficult for me to say this, but I believe that we are at quite a disadvantage. How am I supposed to tackle this? Is Mr. Mugundo really innocent? Mando! We know. What if? Anyway, let's just focus on gathering some more information first. Above all else, we need to learn more about the incident. Right. I'll just have to listen carefully to the witness's testimony one more time. Pardon, but what exactly did you say? Yes, and mind you, this is their first day. This is like Resident Evil 2. It's like, this is Leon's first day. Wait, what? It's like, wait, what? This is my first day on a job and running the zombies? What the hell? incident occurred, only the defendant and his victim were at the scene. Furthermore, there are 3 witnesses claiming that they saw the defendant commit the crime. It is a bit difficult for me to say this, but I believe that we are quite the disadvantage. Yeah. Suppose I tackle this. What if? Not the courtroom. I would have gladly demonstrated my suicidal toss. Ugh. Sorry, I'll be more careful next time. As you can see, it is clear that the witnesses have, without a doubt, witnessed the crime. You termed encroachment, that is correct, yes. Yes! There's supposed to be something I know that's missing within all this. I can't see what it is, but it's something that's supposedly missing. Oh, this is the only one I can use. Wow. Wow, game. Okay. That's fine.
待った ちょっと
Excuse me, Mr. Lady First. Is that you, me? Does this testimony help you remember anything at all? Oh, no, nothing in particular, sir. One thing's for sure, though. I can't help but get distracted by that ridiculous jumping habit. Sorry, as you can tell, I'm still just in practice. Naruhodo, you tend to show your thoughts on your face. Have you considered being more subtle? That might be too difficult. Excuse me, Mr. Fairplay. Yes. What do you need? Does this testimony help you remember anything at all? Nothing in particular. Also, I happen to notice that you're always looking away. Is there something you're not telling us? Nothing in particular. This guy's not particularly useful. It's none of your business, okay? I am listening to the witness's testimony one more time. As I recall, it was around 10 p.m., correct? Yes, yes, it was definitely cold, definitely freezing cold. Yes. Excuse me, Mr. Ladyfoot. Is there you meet me? One thing's for sure, though. Can't help but get strength. No, that can't be it. There was something else I was supposed to get out of this. Does look like he's looking away. It may be hard to imagine so much food. Yes, it's true. I've been listening to it for about, like, how many times now? must be talking about me, right? Said you saw the knife. You were looking down when it was in. There's something I'm missing out of all this. Yeah, I know this is a disadvantage. Let's see. Press everything. Let me just try that. Press everything. Did you see from that coach skylight? Yes, when you sit on the roof, the skylight sits right at your feet. There was a lamp inside the coach, which was what allowed me to see inside. Because both of them were wearing hats, I was unable to make out their faces. Regardless, I have no doubt that one of them was Mr. Magundu. What makes you so sure about that? Mr. Magundu's a gentleman of quite a short stature. It would certainly be most difficult for me to mistake him for someone else. Indeed, when the horses were stopped and the coach doors were opened, only the deceased victim and the defendant, Cosney Magundu, remained inside. There's no room for argument. When all else fails, save state. Because it's leaving me to just say, oh hey. It leaves me just to do something. What do you make of that statement? think there's anything wrong with its logic. Well, that's what I meant to say. There's nothing wrong with it. Yeah, that's not going. Now let us tear down the door and charge this omnibus. No matter how enthusiastic you put it, it's still crampsy. This is awful. Suppose our advertising the World's Fair, which will be held in London in half a year. Fix a sign with Crystal Tower, the symbol of the World's Fair. The Crystal Tower? Yes, I heard that it's currently under construction. Seems like the whole city is bustling with excitement before the festival. This blood here will be the victim's wound. That would make sense if you look at it from here. It's visible from the skyline. Why would you ever plan to stab someone in a place like this? The incident occurred in the dead of night. The only light was inside the coach, so I don't think it was possible to see outside. Anyway, it doesn't seem like this crime was very well planned. Oh, we already got that. Looks comfy now, but these seats are deceptively stiff. If two gentlemen were to sit side by side here, that's all that would be able to fit. Since Englishwomen have such elegant clothing, they would have trouble climbing up to the roof. They'd probably be sitting here. A Japanese kimono wouldn't be much different. I mean, let's have it rough. I don't know, there seems to be something missing that I'm doing. My eyes deceive me this. Oh my god, I'm looking at it. Phoenix Wright Omnibus. Phoenix Wright Omnibus. Wow, seriously. They all look shifty shit. I know what it says on here, but it's like, there's something I'm missing. There's a clue I know I'm missing. Not really cheating that I'm doing this.
Sure, you can pull it off and run it out here.
Mm-hmm. at a disadvantage because I'm feeling like I'm missing a part. What if? I've been listening to this testimony like 3 times already. Maybe 5. Also, I happen to notice that you're always looking at Okay. Capital punishment. Okay. I'm just actually watching this go through. Okay, when is this song? 1. Going through a testimony. 2. 3. 4. Or actually, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wow, the Chronicles version of this is like, that's fucked up. It's calling it Nipponese, like, dude, really? Press on 3. Fade Dankum. Okay, so it is. Press 3, get that. Press. Oh, jeez. Mr. Mick killed it, really? Mr. First. Oh, God. That's not your song. Okay. Yeah, we need more information. That's the thing. all it is like I'm pressing the witness. That's what I'm doing. I am pressing the witness.
Okay.
But there's something I'm missing, so that's what I'm looking for.
Alright.
5. Okay, press 5. That's one. Okay, let's try that then. I'm watching. Yeah, it is a tough case actually because it says, well, you have to press. You basically have to press here in order to say, oh, hey, there's something here. It is a tough case, but I figured it out. You press this guy right here. As I recall, it's around 10 p.m., correct?
Yes, so it was definitely really cold, yes.
From what we know, there were 4 passengers. There no mistaken,
Yes, they were all picked up from different locations over years. Would we be correct in assuming there were no passengers involved? Yes, you were saying no one got off, yes.
So that means there wasn't anyone who ran from the omnibus after the crime occurred.
Yes, well, I'm under orders for the bus to make the final trip every night. You know, me, I always wondered if there was any point in making that trip, yes.
What do you mean?
Shivering in that dreadful cold, I earned but 20 pence carrying out that strip, you see. All of it after stopping by just to warm up in a pub on the way home. But I do have to say, murder on the final trip of the night of all times, and in my own omnibus to that, it's truly horrifying. I haven't stopped shaking since that day. You're home, my lord! My, juror number 5, might you be? I serve as the governing boss of the London Coachman's Guild. So I'm able to say that committing murder in the coach is the most unforgettable day there is. I'm making proper judgment, so I plan to continue to observe the trial, but I've heard more than enough. No one can stop a horse that falls down. No, we can always try to come down. Run, Silver Blaze! Leap over that pump! As the boss of the Coachman's Guild, I choose to believe in Beppel's word. Boss. This is the number of guilty verdicts from the jurors stands at 5. Welcome to Castlevania! Madame, would you spare me a moment?
Yes, dearie. What is it?
I presume you're taking it to the testimonies of our witnesses over here?
Yes, loud and clear.
Why then, madam, have you not announced the verdict?
You see, around this time of the day, I would always be in a nearby park knitting away as a daily routine. Such a small, enjoyable park is called Magundo Park.
Mandel!
It was donated to London to bring smiles to everyone's faces. Such a nice man would never stab someone.
She's right. Mr. McConnell's always been contributing to the good of London.
Right, is that what awful such a man to stab someone? Mummy, let's go back to the Magundo library and read some more picture books.
What a pity that much of London is still blissfully ignorant. Ignorant that is of Cosme Magundo's true nature! What do you mean by that? Cosme Magundo, fit out for artist. Celebrity with enough left to purchase the entirety. It begs the question, just how did he obtain all of that wealth? To wit, he is a salaried lender, a rather unsavory one, even among that disreputable profession. What?
What?
Handing out loans to the weak with outrageous interest rates, then carting off of their own. Ah, tender lender. The foundation of Cosme Magundo's wealth is built upon none other than these acts of usury.
I had no idea.
Madam, if you would fail, I am sure you have held at least some form of suspicion. A man with enough wealth to purchase London would, without a doubt, own a possible coach. If that is the case, then why should he go out of his way to ride an omnibus? You don't mean... The victim was a bricklayer in poverty, and he had incurred a large amount of debt. Needless to say, the name was the defendant Cosme Magundo. Furthermore, the incident took place on the night of the loan's repayment date. Really? A poor bricklayer deprived of his home, and not even a single shilling. And then the Peter, bricklayer, finally deprived even of us of life. done in by none other than the heartless and cruel philanthropist Kozni Nikondul. Mando! It can't be.
Might I interject for a moment? Sato, you claim that the victim owed debt to Mr. Magundo. Do you have evidence to prove that?
That's what I've been looking for. Castlevania, 1988. Tisakutia. Please forgive my impudence in partaking of the Holy Grail within these halls of justice. That is Lord Van Zeke's Holy Grail. There it is. Is this really something you should let slide? This is unexpected pleasant experience. I had heard that Oriental women were quite old, but I did not think it quite to that extent.
What? The actions I am taking are to be expected of any legal assistant.
Regrettably, however, it seems that this book is nothing but recklessness. This is the self-styled customer ledger of the loans which the defendant gave out. I knew that's what I was missing. I didn't press 1. That's what I was looking for. It was not written on any walkthrough. It didn't say, oh, press 1. I had to basically look it up on YouTube. Wow. Thank you, YouTube. I had to look up a walkthrough on YouTube. And this didn't even have it up there. And from what I can see, the victim's name is clearly written. I submit to the court this leads with ease slowness. Appear to forgive my impudence in toasting to the mysteries of the Orient. In accompanying to that wonderful toast, I shall accept the evidence. List of customers who owe money to the defendant, salary lender. A victim borrowed 20 guineas. 20 guineas? Yes, this is indeed quite a large loan the victim is taking. And to satisfy the payment, Migundo took away everything he had.
I guess he had me fooled all along.
It is regrettable to say this, but that's just the kind of man he is.
It was such a beautiful part to run a hole in that. But maybe this is for the best.
Please wait, reconsider a bit more before we...
I will show no mercy.
Okay, you should bullshit.
This is some bullshit. God damn, this is some bullshit.
The final verdict has just been passed. You got a cheat code in there.
According to the Great British Empire's Code of Law, should all the jurors return a guilty verdict, the trial will be suspended. The sentence will then be passed by the presiding judge. Or so it's written.
Sentence. In this case, the death penalty.
Oh. It seems there is yet more.
What else?
However, the defense
The jurors have reached a unanimous vote. Your Almighty insists on speaking for your chosen verdict to the judges. As the great British Empire's code of law dictates, the trial shall end. We shall immediately move on to the verdict. I trust there aren't any objections. Susato, please tell me just one last thing. Of course. Just now you were about to say something. It was about the Great British Empire's code of law. However, the defense... What comes after that?
Oh. Yes, please wait a moment.
Should all the jurors' verdicts point to guilty, the trial will be suspended. The verdict will then be passed down by the presiding judge. However, the defense has the right to present a closing argument to the 6 jurors.
Closing argument. Did I hear you say closing argument? The book of law you hold, tell me, in exactly which era was it written?
Huh?
Judging from the binding, its origin easily dates back to over 50 years. Such concept is not recorded within the current code of law. An obsolete legal process long since culled from our practice of law. The closing argument is now nothing more than a curiosity of our long history.
No. Susato, what exactly is it to begin with? This closing argument. What would I be arguing for and how?
Oh, yes, please wait a moment.
I shall inspect it in detail now. Susato with the cheat codes.
It's said to not allow you to without even understanding its meaning. How very Japanese of you.
In the newer version, it'd be called Nipponese. I see now, Naruhodo. It seems we are allowed to persuade the jurors. Persuading them? Even though the jurors have already chosen verdicts?
Yes, and if they change the verdicts as a result, the trial must continue. It says so right here.
Changing their verdicts. This could be our very last hope.
It is recorded that lawyers of the past did such this right to persuade the jury. However, somewhere along the line, it became nothing more than formality and vanished.
Why might that be, my lord?
Because it was meaningless. Once passed down, a verdict cannot be overturned. In recent years, not a single attorney has asserted such right.
However, there's no mention whatsoever of the abolishment of such a system either. In other words, even if it has been forgotten, it still has not died. What will you do, Naruhodo? This closing argument is the only remaining opportunity we have. I insist! I insist, damn it! The defense asserts the right to a closing argument.
The carpet or the
great British Empire, London is said to be the heart of the modern world. Hence, this courthouse is expected to hold both the shortest and most rare executive trials. Closing arguments are the most wretched vice to be born of our country's legal system. But a right's a right. As long as it remains law, you cannot deny me that right. The court shall accept the defense request. Today is Mandel. Tomorrow shall be Tuesday. And the next day shall be Wednesday. And the fourth day shall be called Thursday. And the fifth shall be called Frizzle. And the sixth shall be called Saturday. And the seventh shall be called Sunday. And it shall move on to the gross monument. What utter foolishness. Are you ready, Joe? I know, right? What? Oh, I wonder. That's what's written in the Joe's handbook. I was given that. I would now like you all to state the basis behind you. Base. Why is the defendant guilty? State the reason for your judgment.
This is so sudden. I've not heard of such thing.
I ain't cut out for that, sheesh. She got nothing to say. Look at her. Look at her go. Look at her go. Type that letter, girl. Type that letter. This is gonna be like 3 pages long, maybe 4. Oh, there go 5. There go 6. There goes 7. The jurors are getting flustered.
It would seem that the jurors have never experienced this before.
Closing argument. A defense no one has attempted before. This just might be the chance we desperately need. Now, the court orders you, 6 jurors, state your basis and reasoning behind your guilty verdict. Guilty before innocent, sir. Judicial findings. The jury's assertions. There was no one inside the carriage, so it could have only been him.
4 passengers, an earning of 20 pence. The driver's memory is trustworthy.
That guy, Stan. The guy. Sit next to him, like this. Not even I would do that.
I simply came to a logical conclusion based on every statement spoken thus far.
The fellows calls me. You are old. Our fee is always 4 pence.
I can't believe he stabbed the man who was already on the floor.
All 6 members of the jury voting guilty really does put me in a difficult position.
There do seem to be a few vague statements in their reasoning, at least.
In any case, I'll give it a shot. All I need to do is persuade them, right? I'll do it. I'll strike with all the passion I have and turn the tables on this trial.
Excuse me, but wait just a moment, if you will. According to this book, what we must do is a little different.
Huh? What do you mean? Isn't melting their cold, icy hearts with my warm, passionate words all I need to...
I hate to say this, but once the jury's minds are set, they will not lend an ear to the attorney's words.
They won't? no man enjoys having his decisions wantonly criticized after all. The more an attorney attempts to persuade them, the greater the backfire.
But that's completely ridiculous!
The British law dictates as such, not I.
Then what on earth do we do?
According to what I've found out, the key to persuading them lies in the jurors' own words.
The jurors.
All the jurors are chosen randomly from the citizens are called forth. This is why, even though they appear to be unified in opinion, they are in fact total strangers seated together.
So you're saying that's their weak spot?
Exactly. Let's listen to their statements one by one. And should there be any two statements that contradict each other, we have to show those statements clash. The jurors' contradicting statements.
Oh, now I know about it. Now that I think about it.
That's not much different than a usual cross-examination. Yes, you're very right.
I need to show how their contradictory statements clash against each other. I might just be able to do it. No, that's not quite right. I have to do it! Now then, defense, we shall commence the closing argument. Move to the witness stand and present your argument clearly and precisely. Yes, my lord. I shall draw my sword. Okay. Okay. Okay, so let's see. 2 and 5 we clash. Yeah, I like the clash of that place. There is a clear contradiction within those two statements. A contradiction? Pray tell, what is it?
Me? A contradiction? What on earth are you talking about?
On the name of the Silver Blaze, I'll swear I know nothing.
It's true that according to the testimony so far, on the night of the incident, the crime scene had 4 passengers. Furthermore, according to the driver himself, his earnings were 20 pence. Correct. Such is written in my father's record. On the other hand, Juror 5 said the following. The omnibus fare is always 4 pence.
That's right, cheap and convenient. One should not expect nothing less from a cab.
Except if you're on Lyft or Uber. And if that's the case, a rather unnatural contradiction is born.
Well, what is it?
4 pence a passenger. 4 passengers. How much would the earnings be then?
16.
Oh my. That's 16 pence. Right. The sums don't match up. 4 pence is left over. That's just enough for a single passenger.
A single passenger?
Therefore, during that night on the omnibus, it was possible that there was one more passenger on board.
One place? Could something like that read? The drivers was going to the hospital,
Trust in the coach is first and foremost.
All passengers are a mismatch some rather reliable.
What was that?
Guildmaster, if the trial were to end here, unfavorable rumors might spread throughout the streets of London. Perhaps that the omnibus driver overlooked a suspicious passenger's escape.
Then how do you suggest I continue this good-for-nothing trial?
Cheat code, please. According to this book, you must send aloft the flame of innocence.
Whoa! What is just a minute, you? All of our views are finally lined up now. All right, Pepper, show yourself. Tipping the scale. How could this happen?
Pardon me, but I must do the same. Tipping even more scares.
What do you think you're doing?
At the end of the day, humans are creatures who may laugh and weep over a single pity. That's true. A man with such vague memory on the subject is hardly credible.
What did you say?
I would like to listen to the words of the witnesses just a bit longer.
But we didn't know how to.
If we could get just 2 more to change their verdict, then we could continue the trial. Just 2 more. Constant. There was something else in which they said that bothered me. Then our next move should be to snipe at that. We need to reveal another clash between 2 claims. Right. Let's do it.
The vote has changed, but the scale remains tipped toward guilty. Continue defense, resume your closing arguments.
I voted not guilty enough for now, so we may hear from the more financially lax. Oh yeah, I hear you, man. All right, no problem.
That guy stabbed the guy sitting next to him like this. Not even I would do that.
Sir, I beg to differ.
Curse!
These 2 statements are in complete contradiction.
What in blazes? Defense! The court demands an explanation.
But I was already getting Grandpa's furniture.
What does that even mean? The hell's a contradiction?
I saw the defendant stab the victim. That is how the witnesses from earlier testified. By the way, Juror 3.
What do you want? Can't you see I'm busy?
In what way would you say the defendant stabbed the victim?
Ha! Are you trying to test me? Like this, to the guys next to him. That prudish backcut said so.
Yeah, Mr. Fair Play testified to that effect. Now then, Juror 6.
How much is it, sweetie?
How exactly did the defendant stab him?
Oh, Jimmy, from what I heard. It was like this. Into the front, with the That's what the driver said.
Hold still just like that. Please, look well upon the way you both are positioned. Cross. He stabbed the victim sitting next to him. He stabbed the victim who was already on the floor.
I see now.
The ways the crime was carried out are entirely different. What?
Unbelievable. How could this...
This means that the witnesses from earlier may not have been honest in their testimonies.
Huh?
Why would they lie?
That I do not know yet. However, if this trial ends here, the truth will be forever lost to the darkness. Would you all truly be content with that? Highly esteemed jurors?
I don't want that to happen. The great skates.
What's the place? Wait! You two, don't listen to him! This black lad attorney, yeah, he used some Easter black magic. That Easter black magic would actually be pretty useful right now. Oi! Black clothes! Huh? Oh, what is it? What's so wrong about those two saying different things? What? Consider this. First, the Moy man stabbed the victim next up. Exactly like this, okay? And then the Moy man stabbed again when he fell to the floor. Just like this crazy thing. If you think about it that way, done everything I know. Oh, you gonna dog! I'll cut you!
I'll cut you too for calling me a granny.
The juror has gone into the form.
But I can't help feel that something wasn't right about the foreman's words. Did the witnesses really see two different moments of the crime? No, that's impossible. My apologies for...
What, you black devil?
Excuse me, sir? What you call me?
What you said is undeniably impossible. How can you say that so confidently? I was just trying to lead everyone down the right path as a jury's foreman. Evidence, yes, gotcha. Do you have evidence? We're saying the witnesses saw different moments of the crime. If that's impossible, show your proof.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, I'm not surprised either. I really not. All I can do is shove it in his face. Get ready for some decisive evidence.
Yo, Kaido? What?
I'll show you the evidence. It wasn't possible for the witnesses to see two different moments of the same crime because this right here is some of this. There's an autopsy report in these documents right here. According to this file, the victim was stabbed only once.
What? Only once?
Do you understand now? If the victim was only stabbed once, there should be no discrepancy in what the witnesses saw.
I guess I lost this round.
Tip.
Unbelievable. 4 people have voted not guilty. We did it, Naruto. We've won a small victory.
Daisuke! Daisuke! They were randomly picked, Big. They were randomly picked off the street. So, hey, would you like to be part of this court? Would you like to be part of this case? This is basically... And you see why I don't even answer to that kind of shit now. It's like, oh, hey, you got jury duty. Oh, no, I'm not. This is jury duty done in the world of the Great British Empire. Jury duty sucks ass.
Quiet, old man! I won't stand for any stupid lies. But we were meant to deliver a verdict as one. I told you to put a sock in it. I want to know who's right with their teeth. So you haven't come knocking at my shop. I can shave their heads with this thick knife.
So I guess knife is a barber then. Oh God, he's Sweeney Todd. We got ye old Mr. Monopoly. We got Mrs. Peacock. We got Sweeney Todd.
Neither is such an unbelievable situation. The vote of the jurors has changed the result of the closing argument. 2 vote guilty and 4 vote not guilty. Therefore, the court acknowledges the misalignment of the verdict and orders you all to resume the trial. Now then, defense, prosecution, witnesses, return to your proper places. From this point forth, the court expects further deliberation on the truth of this case. Sit down. Now, Prosecutor Van Zeek, please proceed to the testimony at once. First, a little Konami read. What is a man? Oh, Jesus. But enough of this. Have at you. It was my desire to enjoy the sweet fragrance of this holy grail in these halls of justice. How impotent of me to shout it without even taking a sip. I plead for forgiveness. Prosecutor Zeke, what is with this extremely cold aura? The prosecution has remained silent throughout the closing argument. The argument is as a token of respect for the ancient code law as foolish as is. But it would appear that I have vastly overestimated the intelligence of the jurors. I suppose that is not. The more of you the truth, the harder it is to convey its validity. This is why our court arranged this meeting, to have a chance to explain the case at length. And now, it is time to throw the courts on the next duel. Fireball! Oh wait, shit. I request that the witnesses take the stand once again. Witnesses, I presume you have all heard the closing argument just now. Yes. But of course,
I had, sir.
Witness. As I recall, you were the coachman, Beppo, correct?
Yes.
If during the testimony you purposely kept quiet about the fifth passenger, you will find yourself with a criminal charge. Do take that into consideration. Oh. The court now orders the witnesses to provide a second testimony. Namely, testimony regarding the numerous doubts that arose from the closing argument. Well, then we gotta do his dukes, okay. Okay. You dare you sons of bitches, we gonna be doing this kind of shit? We can go all night with this motherfucker right now. That's what you wanna do. We can do this shit right the fuck now. You have just angered the beast. I've taken off my glasses. I am currently going to knock fire from your ass. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a 5-second break. I'm going to answer the call of nature. And when I get back, we're going into part 2. Because namely, there's some bullshit happening. And I'm not about to just end this stream on an ugly note. Not like this. Oh no. No. We're gonna take this into part 2. So stay tuned as we continue this case right after this. Stay tuned for 3B. Be right back. It's unacceptable!